got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm ready and 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, set, 60 or
50 all day, dog.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing Jones to Barkley on the check down. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the Giants send out their punter now. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. Jackson from the shotgun. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going deep for and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you? Now Barkley stripped of the football, and the Ravens have got it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to nowhere to escape, and he goes down. B.J. Goodson gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. You
This will be caught by Brown. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 20 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Ravens 14, Giants nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Push him back. Push him back.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you really seek.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards.
First down, Ravens.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
You got 3 down, 3 down. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing is Jackson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Antonio Brown, AB, with just one hand to complete that catch. Is there anything he can't do?
He has just continued to impress year after year, hasn't he?
He has never forgotten that he wasn't considered an elite receiver coming out of college. I think every snap he takes it upon himself to prove that he should have been.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Jones finds his tight end Ingram. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Down. 18 Gator. Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
On 3rd and 2, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You ready? Mike 27, Mike 27. Not here. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. You're out. Watch it go.
From the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Jones now going to throw again. He completes it to Tate. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Ingram hauls it in. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for the Giants. 44 yards.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
218, chopper.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Rosas to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Jackson
now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him? Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way. So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away. Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. Jackson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right? Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. First down, a run with Cohen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Got a man. It's Brown. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play. 2nd and goal from the 1.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Kill.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? This will be caught at about the 6. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge in your offense.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, that was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And how about this? He takes it all the way back. No time, no flags. A punt return touchdown and a stunning end of the first half.
And they kicked it to him. They kicked it to him.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 27th, Jackson. Jones has it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Switch.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown, his 21st touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Everyone, we got 4 down. 20. You draw quarters. Ready?
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. Touchdown, Giants. Golden Tate His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Looking to throw. Jones. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. Touchdown number 22 on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going your... And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Dante Fowler in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, Jones. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey,
on 3rd and 1, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Antonio Brown with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Check 56. Hey, Charlie. Here I come. Now.
Jones operating from the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Sold out there at the end with a dive to pick up the first.
Were you as surprised as I am that they actually ran the ball there?
Yeah, I thought they might throw it.
Me too, but instead, they went old-fashioned, ran the football, and he made that call correct with that dive at the end.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Barkley. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big pickup of 38.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Get it. Now it's Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back to throw. Jones. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run. This is Cohen. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now to add the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it again with Barkley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go. 10-2 stop. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still... Hey, high 7. Hit it.
The toss out to Barkley. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Down, 30 base.
42-yard line.
Man, fight.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean,